Hi, I'm Manny Almanza, the Director of Communications and Public Relations at Kilgore College. Talking with Johnny Zackary. He is the Director of our Kilgore College Fire Academy, also over Public Safety at Kilgore College. Johnny, thank you so much for being here today.
Yes, sir.
So if you haven't noticed, we are sitting in the back of an ambulance. This has been given to us by Longview. And so, Johnny, talk about the partnership with Longview Fire Department and EMS there in Longview and what they're doing to help our students today.
Yes, sir. So Longview Fire Department in the city of Longview has agreed to put this on a partnership with them for the next 5 years. It will be used to show our students the medic unit, what they're going to be experiencing out there when they start their clinicals. This is a very frontline medic unit that has been taken out of frontline service, and they were gracious enough to let us pull it into our program.
And so you might look at the ambulance, you might say that, well, it's kind of basic, there's not a whole lot in here, but there will be things in here for the students to learn. So what does a medic unit basically carry with it?
Okay, so the medic unit has not just the stretcher, which this is a Stryker electric powered stretcher. It has all the supplies stocked that will be needed for both the students to see what supplies. Now, where they're located can vary from different agencies. However, we will stock it with the similar items they may see during their clinicals, whether they're at Longview Fire Department, Christus, or another provider for the EMS training.
And so it's the partnership that's important, right?
Yes.
I mean, you're able to do this because of the partnership, but more importantly, it's the trade-off because some of our students will end up working for the Longview Fire Department.
Yes, so when students have trained with a piece of equipment, they're just much more comfortable when they actually go practice that skill set for the agency. And this is a very well-built Fraser ambulance that serves Longview well. They still use this exact medic unit. So with this medic unit, we're not only teaching them just to treat the patient, but how to work as a team. Because the more critical the patient is, it may take extra personnel. And with this medic unit, you can have personnel on both sides of the stretcher, including yourself. You could be managing their airway, while others are working on a fractured leg, or if they're in cardiac arrest, we can be doing compression, airway management. There's just so many skill sets with a unit this size that can be taught to the students that they will experience when they get out there to their clinical rotation. There could be as many as 4 or 5 personnel working on the same patient, depending on that patient's severity. And it's nice to know we have communities like Longview that will pour tons of resources into that one person that's having a really bad day.
What kind of driver training is involved in this?
So before they drive, you do have to make sure they're checked off to drive. Most fire apparatus, we have to have at least a Class B exempt license. But not only knowing how to drive, but know how to safely and effectively, smoothly drive an ambulance, because there is a person laying there and we want to make sure the ride is as smooth as possible.
How much training can they expect? How many classes can they expect?
For EMT, we did add 2 classes last year amongst our current class offerings. It is 2 months, and that includes, you can do your clinicals within the 2 months, or you can take the extra month and make it a 3-month doing clinicals. But we strongly urge our students to hit the ground running. It's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday course, and get their coursework done and their clinicals, and try to finish up at the same time and go take their national registry. And with that, we're seeing great success on the national registry test.
Johnny, as always, thanks for spending time with us. We know you love talking about the Fire Academy, but now you have a lot more to talk about in your new position. But we appreciate you taking time and for showing us around.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.